Do you want to learn how to make beautiful t-shirt designs for your print-on-demand store? Are you too busy to make them yourself and you need to know where you can just find them easily and affordably? Well, stick with me. I'll show you all that and more. Let's go. All right, my creators. So let's get started. I'm in Canva and I am in Dreamlab. And the way that you get to that, if you're on the home page of Canva, you could just type in the search bar Dreamlab, or you can look to the left and you'll see the Dreamlab tab over here on the left on the bottom. So you can see here that I created some very pretty images and I want to reuse this prompt. So in order to reuse a prompt, if I've already used it, I can just click on the arrow here and it'll put that prompt up here in this box. Now, if you've never used Dreamlab, you won't have a prompt, so you would obviously have to type in your prompt. Now, I would say make sure you're descriptive with the prompt, as descriptive as possible. So as you can see from these pictures, I was pretty detailed and they came out pretty nicely. So I'm going to just reuse this prompt, but I'm going to change it to say, I want her to have black and let's say blue braided hair. And let's say her outfit is going to be blue leather. And that's all I'm going to change. And we're going to keep her on a solid background. We're going to keep the ratio as 3 to 4, which is the same as 12 by 16. Because remember, we're using this for a t-shirt design. You could even use it for a wall art design. So let's click on create and let's see what Canva gives us. Oh, these are beautiful. Look at these. I love this. So, one thing that I've noticed about AI art, and Canva is actually a little better as far as the fingers and toes and things like that. Because on Midjourney, it will give you 6 fingers in a heartbeat. Sometimes I've seen them 6 fingers on one hand, and sometimes I've seen them with even more than that. So, if we click on this, it gives us a larger preview. The hair is gorgeous. The teeth are gorgeous. She's got 5 fingers on this hand, and I'm assuming it's 5 on the other, but it's covered, so it's okay. She's got a gorgeous leather outfit. It does have a signature down here, but we will remove that if we use that in a design. Let's click on this one and see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5 fingers. Yep. So this is looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, Canva. And here's another one. And this is 5 fingers. Everything looks in order. And let's look at the fourth one. Sometimes you don't get 4 good ones, but in this case, we got 4 really good ones. So these are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So now you can do a couple of things. I like them all. So you could just download each of them by clicking on the download arrow right here. Or you could just click on whichever one you choose and use it in a design. So I'm going to click on this one and I am going to click on edit in a design. We're going to use this one in a design. All right, so here's our design. So I want to do a couple of things. I want to get rid of the background. You can see there's a gray background. I want to get rid of that so that it is completely um, background free. And I also want to get rid of this signature on the bottom. Now, when I click on background remover, it might remove the signature as well. If it doesn't, we're going to use the magic eraser. So let's click on background remover, and Canva is working its magic to remove the background. So let's see what it does. And it did remove the signature as well. Now, I always like to tell people, just in case, well, you know that the background is removed because you see this is has turned purple up here where it says BG remover. So you know the background is removed. But for some people who are just like, I just want to make absolutely sure, you can click on the color picker and you can choose any color just to see if the background has removed. And now that you know you can see this entire pink background, obviously the background for the image has in fact been removed. So now I'm going to click on delete because I want that background to be removed. All right. So now I'm going to just make her a bit smaller, and we're making a t-shirt design. So what I want to do is I want to head on over to Etsy, and we're going to look at some t-shirts to kind of see, since this is an African American woman or an African woman, we are going to head over to Etsy and we're going to check out some Afrocentric t-shirts and see what the trends are that are selling on Etsy right now. So let's head over to Etsy. All right, my creators. So we're on Etsy.com and I'm going to type in Afrocentric t-shirts and I'm going to see what's selling and if they are selling. All right, so I'm scrolling down and this shop, the Trinity, she is on fire. She just has so many gorgeous items, and as you can see, she's got like 10.6 thousand. This is just the reviews. So she obviously has probably had about 3 times more than that in sales at least, right? Okay, so here's another one, cute custom store. This just has a plain image, so that's an idea, but it's filled with butterflies and stuff. Trinity has a lot of different types of images. I'm sorry, it's actually the Trinity. She's got this one has an image of an African American woman and some text on there. This is like some very artistic image, and the same with this one. Let's see if we can find something other than the Trinity, but she's really ranking. It's going to be hard to beat her. Here's another one. This is a Vibrant Views Boutique. This just has text. This just has a picture. This has pictures. So it's all kind of stuff. So that's good. We can do a lot of things, okay? So let's go back over to Canva and let's start on our design. I just wanted to check on here to make sure that they are selling. So they are selling. All right, so I'm going to show you some general things about what you can do with your design. And then I'm going to go ahead and create the design to save time. And then I'll hop back to you and show you what we're going to do with the completed design. So you can add elements and fonts and things like that. So let's go over here. I'm clicking on elements and I'm going to type in the elements blue. What should I type? Blue background. And let's see what comes up. All right, so let's click on graphics. And I don't want anything that's square like that. I want something that is, more design friendly or design element, kind of like that or like that. Let's see, did that pop over here? It did not. Let me click back on elements. Let's click on this one. I like that. And click on that one. Well, no, this is not such a good one because I thought it was a clear background, but it's not. It's a complete square, so I don't want that one. So we're going to work with some of these images. I'm also going to type in here blue watercolor, and let's see what Canva gives us. Okay, this is the same thing like that one. And let's type in blue and gold. And let's see what it gives us. Okay, I like this one. All right, so I'm going to get started designing and then I'll come back to you with a complete design. All right, creators, so here is the finished product. Let me know in the comments what you think. Of course, you can make this however you want. But remember, this is for a t-shirt. Can you imagine this on a t-shirt? This would be beautiful. If you wore a t-shirt with this, people would definitely ask you, where did you get that shirt from? And that's the perfect time to promote your store, right? This is gorgeous. I love this. So now what we want to do, we want to download this. And so we're going to download this and click on download, and we want to make it a PNG. We want it to be a transparent black background because we don't want this white back here to show. And we want to increase the size of it, and we want to increase it all the way to the end because we want to make sure that the quality is at least a 300 dpi. So sometimes, depending on how much stuff you have on the image itself, um, it will determine what the DPI size is when you download. So if it's too large or too small, you can always go back into Canva and change that. So that's what I love about Canva. All right, so now let's hit download, my creators, and we're going to get our image so we can upload it to a mockup. All right, my creators. So we're back over on canva.com. I'm on the home page and I chose to create a design, right? So on the left-hand side, you would just click on create a new design and this would pop up. So I want to create a custom size and I want to do, let's do a 2500 by 2100 pixel. And the reason I want to do that is because we're going to pretend like we were upload this to Etsy. And so for Etsy, this is a great size because it fits well into their um, listing photos, and it fits well in other places too. So we're just going to use the 2500 by 2100. Now, for mockups, I just clicked on photos over here on the left, and I'm going to type in African American woman t-shirt mock-up. And let's see what comes up. All right, so we got quite a bit, but I want a white or a black t-shirt. Either one. I think black would be nice. Let me type in here black. And let's see if one comes up with a black t-shirt. If it does not come up with a black t-shirt, then I'm going to have to use one that I have created myself. I don't see any so far. This is the problem with mock-ups sometimes. They just don't have enough um, diversity, and they just don't always, even if they have diversity, they don't always have what you are specifically looking for. Okay, so I don't see one here, so I'm going to find one of my own. Okay, so this is one that I created myself, and Christmas is over, but it's okay. I could remove the background and change the background, but it's okay because I just want to demonstrate to you how we would use this photo. So I'm just kind of adjusting it a little bit. We don't need to see her entire face because we're not advertising her, we're advertising the design. So now what I want to do, I want to go back over to my uploads, and I think I already uploaded the design that we downloaded. Let's see. Yes, did I? No, I did not. So let's upload our design. All right, so now the design is uploaded. So I'm just going to simply click on it and it pops over onto the workspace. And now I'm just going to adjust it so that it looks like it's actually on the shirt itself or the sweatshirt that she's wearing. So she's turned a little bit. Her shoulders are kind of turned. So I have turned the design somewhat, just slightly. Okay. Oh, it looks great. I love that. Can you imagine? Oh man, if I saw that on a shirt, I would definitely buy that. So now we have a mock-up. Now this mock-up, you could take this, you download this, and you would upload this into Etsy, as one of your images. So this was showcased on your store so people could see what this t-shirt image would look like. Let me show you something else you could do to create a mock-up. So we're just going to add a page here, and I'm going to click on the design itself, right? We're going to make the design a little bigger. Now, because the design is larger, you don't want people to steal your design. So what you want to do is, let's see. Okay, you want to go to text, and this is where you want to create just like a little watermark for your brand. All right, so it's simple. You could just click on add a text box, which is what I'm doing right here. And now you're going to type in your name. So I am the Joy Art Club. If I could spell my name correctly, I'd be good. The Joy Art Club. All right, so you see right now it's black. That doesn't look good on top of here. So we want people to know that this is definitely a watermark and it's not part of the design. So I'm going to choose the transparency, and I'm going to make the transparency maybe like a 18, and I'm going to change the font of this transparency as well. I'm going to make it something kind of pretty. So let me do boho regular. So I now have my watermark. Now you can do a couple of things with your watermark. You can click on effects and you can curve it, and you can make it a complete circle like that. See how that is? And then you just put this on top of your design. So that way nobody can steal your design. All right. So it's not like covering the design completely, but it is enough where it is obtrusive and nobody would print this design like that because they don't want it with your watermark. And of course, if you want to change the transparency on the watermark, you are welcome to do that. You can change the color of the actual font. I have it as black. You can make it as gray. And then you can go back in and change the transparency to however you like it. So, whatever you want to do. All right. So, just make sure you put a watermark if you are going to showcase your design as a plain image. And it doesn't hurt if you copy this. You can also copy it and put it on the first design as well, but you can make this just a little smaller and maybe put this over on the corner or something like that. Just somewhere so that the entire design is not something that people can download. So now over here, what you might want to do, you might want to add another text box. And in here, you want to maybe tell people what they are getting. So let me change the font size here. Let's make this maybe 34 or larger. Okay, so right here, maybe you want to do a list, and you can say 300 or minimum 300 DPI resolution, transparent. I can't spell today, guys. Yes, I did go to high school and college. Okay, transparent background, easy to use, upload into Canva to add elements. What else can you say? You can say use as t-shirt design, use as wall art design. Let me make that capital. So whatever you want to say, you would say it in there. And let's put this to the left, and we can make the lines between them a little larger so that we have this, we take up a little more space. We could also, if you click on effects, you can choose background. And let's make the background color something vivid so that they can see it. Let's make it this blue or this blue. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. But this is just, something to let the customers know what they are getting. Now, I'm going to tell you something else you could do. If you duplicate this page, simply change the background to black. Okay? And it shows your design on black, just like it does on the t-shirt. So you've got this, and you have this. So you've got three mock-ups already for your store. All right. So guys, this is how you make t-shirt designs using Canva. So of course these designs you can sell on whatever platform you choose. You've got uh, Printify you can use as a third party vendor. You can also use Printful as a vendor for your apparel and your wall art. I love them both. There's Gelato. There are a lot of different options. You could also choose to use your own website. You could use Shopify and use the apps that they have in there, or you could use whatever, website platform that you want to use. Success takes time and effort. No matter how great your product is, if no one sees it, it won't sell. The creators who put in consistent effort, whether through marketing, SEO, or social media, are the ones who see real results. So if you want to turn your Etsy shop into a thriving business, treat it like one. Show up, put in the work, and let the world see what you have to offer. Now, I know that many of you don't have a lot of extra time. You might be working a full time job, taking care of kids and a family, and juggling other responsibilities. I get it. Life is busy. So that's why I want to make this process as easy as possible for you. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the design side of things, don't worry. You don't have to start from scratch. You can check out joyartclub.online for very affordable designs that you can use right away in Canva. These designs will help you get started quickly so you can focus on listing and marketing your digital products instead of spending hours trying to design from the ground up. So the key is to work smarter, not harder. And with the right tools and strategies, you can create a profitable Etsy shop even with a busy schedule. So, creators, I just want to remind you, keep pushing forward, and don't forget that every effort you put in brings you one step closer to success. All right, my creators, I just want to remind you to join my Facebook group where you'll find tips and Canva inspiration and Etsy inspiration and print on demand inspiration and so much more. And the last thing I want to say is the more we create, the less we hate. And I'll see you in the next video.